Hi everyone, I'm back, and today I'm going to show you all how to make smothered cube steak. Here's what you will need. You will need cube steak, and let me show you what it looks like. This is what cube steak looks like. You will need that. You will need 1 medium onion, sautéed and sliced. You will need flour, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. If you don't like mushrooms, hey, it's okay. Use cream of chicken if you don't like mushrooms. You will need Lipton onion soup mix. Inside of the Lipton onion soup mix comes 2 packets. I'm going to use both packets. You will need salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Alright, this is such a very easy recipe and yet so tasty. But I tell you one thing, if you don't cook this right, this will be so tough. But I'm going to show you how to make it the right way so it's just fall apart. You hear me? This will fall apart in your mouth if you follow this recipe. Okay, here's the first thing that we need to do. Let's go ahead and we're going to season the steak. Alright? So what we're going to do is season both sides of our steak, and we're going to use the salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and then the next thing that we're going to do is dredge it. Let's go ahead and go on in with our black pepper, just like so. Nothing hard about this recipe. Any recipe that I make for you all, I make it very easy, very simple, and like I said, yet so tasty, guys. Trust me when I tell you this. Pepper. Only seasoning that you have to worry about using too much of would be your salt. You always want to pay attention to how much salt. Alright, you don't want it to be too salty. This is the onion powder, and I just used the garlic and pepper. We're going to go in with some salt, okay? And then if by doing it this way, I can control exactly how much I put onto each one. Okay, see that? Just like so. All right? I'm so excited for this recipe. My husband absolutely loves this. Okay, let me go ahead and flip this over. We were grocery shopping, was it yesterday? Yeah, and my husband's like, I'm going to help you figure out what to cook, right? And then he's like, oh, cube steak. You know, I love cube steak. He's like, I haven't had it in a while. He's like, that right there will be a good video. I'm like, okay. I'm going to do it. So he's excited too because he absolutely loves this. You hear me? He does. All right. So we're going to season this side just like so. See, when I grew up eating this, we didn't eat it often. But when I tried it, I didn't like it when I was younger. But when you figure out how to make it the right way and it turns out tender, oh, you're going to love this cut of meat. You hear me? Cube steak. Garlic powder, and that was salt that I just put on. Alright. Onion powder. There we go, guys. I'm so glad I don't have to work tomorrow. I am like so excited. I don't even care what time it is right now. It's 9:12 p.m. and I'm making dinner. And I'm going to enjoy every bit of it. I want to see if I have any Sazon packets. Let me see. Yeah. I knew I didn't. But you all that know me, you know if I had some Sazon packets, I'd be putting some Sazon on there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I have the flour here. And what we're going to do with this flour is we are going to dredge our meat. Just like this. Okay, let me take my ring off. Over here on the side of the stove, I have some black-eyed peas cooking, and I have some potatoes that I'm going to mash. I have Yukon Gold potatoes, and I left the skin on them. I just chopped them up. I'm going to mash them with some butter, and some milk, and salt and pepper. All right, and we're going to have mashed potatoes under this. All right, this is how you dredge it, just like so. Once you dredge it, just set it aside. okay? And I have a pan. Let me show you my pan. I'm not going to dredge each one for you. All right, over here in the pan, I have a large pan. I'm heating up oil, and I have the oil on a medium high. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this flour and put it in here to see if my oil's heated up enough, and it is. See how it sizzled right away? If your flour doesn't sizzle right away, your oil's not ready. And if you put any meats in cold oil, what will happen is your meat will be very oily. So now that our now that our oil is heated up, we're going to go ahead and put the dredged meat in just like so. All right, see that? And now we'll come back over here, do the others, and get those in the pan as well. So I'm going to dredge these and put these in the pan as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Now, I have these nice and breaded, and they're cooking on one side. When they start to get nice and brown, I will turn them, I'll come back and turn them over and let you see what they look like. I think I have 2 more that I need to cook, so I'll do 2 batches. Let's see, I might be able to get one in there now because these have shrunken up a little bit. Let me go ahead and put one in. And make sure you shake that excess flour off, all right? And we'll put this one in there just like so. All right, once it starts to get nice and brown on one side, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn these beautiful cube steaks over, just like so. All right? And this flour will help the flour that's on the steaks will actually help to thicken up the gravy that we're going to make, which is awesome. Okay, so we're going to get this other side brown, and then I'll show you what to do next. Let's let those go. See how they have a little, a little brown on them? Let's come over here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our gravy. Now check this out, guys. So simple. Just get you a bowl. Put your cream of chicken or cream of mushroom in, just like so, 2 cans. If you're using as many steaks as I'm using, use 2 cans. If you're only doing a few, you only need 1 can. And you only need 1 bag of onion mix if you're doing a small amount. All right? Now, both cans in, just like so. I do this technique for a lot of things. If you all haven't seen my, okay, help me. What am I thinking about? My what? Hey, I'm really cooking it here, guys. What the heck is it? Oh, okay, my Salisbury steak. If you haven't seen my Salisbury steak video, check it out. And you'll see me do this technique with the onion soup mix. This is the onion soup mix going in, just 1 packet. Here's the other. And we have 2 cans of cream of mushroom. Just like so. Now, here's what you do. You put your little bit of water in one of these, okay? You only need 1 can of water. Fill the can up, just like so. All right, mix that with your onion soup mix and your 2 cans of cream of mushroom. Get all that goodness out of there. Now here's what we're going to do. Look at this. If you want to thin it out a little bit, it's okay. What you'll need to do is use a little bit more water. It's really up to your discretion, whatever you would like to do. Okay? So then, here's what we're going to do next. Mix this up very, 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 very well. Oops, I'm making a mess. It tastes good though. Put your sauteed onions right on in. That little bit of oil, put that in there too, because that's good flavor, guys. I'm trying to get all the flavor I can in this. You hear me? All right, you got your onions in. 2 cans of mushroom soup. Remember, if you don't like mushroom soup, use cream of chicken. Excuse me. And then we're going to put kitchen bouquet. Kitchen bouquet does not have much flavor, but what it does do, it helps to turn things dark in color. So I'm putting some in that looks about maybe a tablespoon. All right, and you'll see how it darkens up. But then when it hits the heat, it'll turn even darker for you. All right, you want it darker, put you a little bit more in. Okay, that's it. All right, so then, just like this. This right here is so flavorful. This is going to be our gravy, and the flour that we put on that meat to fry the meat is going to help to thicken our gravy. Now, you can cook this over top of the stove, or you can cook this in the oven. I'm going to do mine in the oven. And what will happen in that oven is your meat is going to get so tender. You hear me? Trust me when I tell you this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit. This is like less than a half of this can. A little bit more water. Like I said, if you wanted to thin out a little bit more, put a little bit of water in. If you don't, you want to keep it nice and thick, just use 1 can. Really up to your discretion. All right, so that's all done. Let me show you what our steaks are looking like. Because here's what I need to do now. I need to take these out. I'm going to put them on. And these are not all the way done. You can see by that. But they're going to finish getting done in the oven. Okay? So if you have this here, don't worry about it. Because these are going to finish in the oven. We just wanted a nice crust on there. Get it nice and brown and start it. Now, I'm going to take these out. I'm going to press the pause button. I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to pour this oil out of the pan, okay? And then I'm going to put our beautiful gravy in the pan. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Now, here's what we want to do. Let's go on over to our pan. What I've done, I've got rid of the oil, okay? I've got rid of that oil. We don't need all that extra oil, okay? We're going to take our mixture, pour it right in your pan, just like so. All right, and then we're going to nestle our cube steak in, all right, into this beautiful gravy that we've made. And oh my goodness, if you all haven't tasted this mixture together, you have to, because it is so delectable. You hear me? All right, so then if they're not too hot, they're still hot. I'm gonna pick them up, nestle them right down in there. You hear me? There we go. And cover them up, because we're gonna put these in the oven. And these are gonna cook for about 40 minutes. And when I take these out the oven, hoo-wee! You know what hoo-wee means, right? Everybody knows what hoo-wee means. That means it's time to eat, and these bad boys are good. They're going to be fall apart. So tender. Your grandmom with no teeth can eat these. She can. She will be able to. I'm serious. All right. So there we go. Let's get all this goodness put into there just like that. All right. I'm going to put this in the oven on 350 for 40 minutes. I'll come back and I'll let you know what it tastes like. Be back. Okay, everybody. It's been 40 minutes. Check out this beautiful, 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 beautiful dish. Cube steak, smothered cube steak 101. If you've never had it, make you some, guys. If you've never tried it, try this recipe. You will absolutely love it. I promise you. Let's get a good close-up on this. Now, my husband already has made his plate. All right, so there's one missing. Over here at the plate, I'm not going to do the mukbang tonight, but I will do one tomorrow because I'm going to do a video tomorrow. All right, so I have my drink here. I have a little bit of black-eyed peas. And I have some smashed Yukon Gold potatoes there with the skin on. All right, here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and make our plate. Let's come over this way. Get a good view. All right. Now, I'm going to take the perfect one. I'll take that one. I want to put that bad boy right there. I want to get some onions, and I want to put a little bit of this gravy smack dab, and look at that. Oh, and I want those onions in there too. Look at this, guys. This right here is what you want when you think cube steak. Cube steak 101. All right, let's go at this. We're going to try this. Hopefully it's cooled down enough to where I don't burn my lips off. All right, scoop my pan aside. God bless this meal. Thank you, Lord, for feeding me another meal today. Amen. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Let's dig in. First thing that I want to do, I want to taste my black-eyed peas, because I love black-eyed peas, guys. Look at this. Take that bite right there. Right there, right there. Now, let's taste some of our beautiful Yukon Gold potatoes. A little bit of that gravy on there. Taste that, guys. Right there, all yours. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Woo-wee. All right, now for this. I wanted to taste the other things first because I know. And look, did you see how simple? So easy to cut down into this. You hear me? Look at this. Nice. Nice. Bite that right there, guys. There you go. Take that first bite right there. Look at that. There's no pink, and that's because we cooked it 2 times. We fried it, and then we put that bad boy in the oven. This thing is so tender. You hear me? Let me taste it. I love it, and it's so good. Oh my gosh. I can just hear my husband downstairs right now, and I can hear like the scraping like this of the plate because he's down there grubbing out. You hear me? Look at this, guys. Take that bite right there. I'm telling you one thing. When you mix that Lipton onion soup mix, that water and that cream of mushroom, it really does wonders. It is so delectable, so tasty. Let me taste a little bit of my beans here. I want that onion. I love sauteed onions, guys. Mashed potatoes with our beautiful gravy. It's Sunday night, guys. This is our dinner. I worked until late this evening, but I told myself, guys, I'm going home. Oh, and I'm cooking some cube steak. And I did. And here we are. The time is 10:23 p.m. We're eating dinner. I know it's late, but we got some good food here. And I got to give you guys a good video. I am having so much fun. I'm having the time of my life sharing my recipes with you all, and I am so glad that you all are enjoying these recipes. Look at that, guys. Look at that. The flavor. Okay, I'm getting silly, but it's so good, guys. Woo-wee. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfectly done. See that gravy on there? And you know what? Seriously. And it goes perfect with these black-eyed peas. Now, these black-eyed peas were canned. And I put some onion and bell pepper, some salt and pepper and garlic powder, a little bit of bacon and butter in there. And those black eyed peas are to die for. But now, in your gravy, for your cube steak, if you want to use mushrooms, use mushrooms. And you put them in at the time that we put the onions in the mixture. If you want to use bell peppers, make sure you cook your bell peppers. That's why I cooked the onions. I sauteed them a little bit because you don't want raw onion flavor in your gravy. So I always like to saute mine a little bit so that they're well cooked and you don't want that raw flavor. Let me taste this again. It's so, you know what, honestly, I really don't need the fork. I really don't need the fork to cut this. Look at that. It's funny because I was going to make my husband some cornbread tonight. And if I told him, it's been a while since I made cornbread. I'm actually not a cornbread lover, but he loves it. But I was going to make it tonight. And if I tell him later, like, baby, I was going to make you some cornbread, he's going to be like, what? How come you didn't make it? So I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't even going to mention it. I'll just make him some tomorrow. I won't tell him because then he'll be looking forward to it. Look at that. So soft. Now, I know you guys just seen that. I did not need the knife to cut this piece. I just went down with the side, guys. I told you. I told you this is soft enough for your grandma with no teeth to eat. And that's why I just sliced it with the side of my fork to show you. If you all enjoyed this recipe, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload one of these awesome videos. And as always, God bless. Have a great night. Thank you all for watching. I love each and every one of you. Good night.